The Australian outback is often imagined as a sweeping panorama of raw, untamed beauty, a reddish vastness stretching to the horizons, home to creatures both majestic and strange. But sometimes, nature's balance tips into something far grimmer, conjuring scenarios that feel like they belong more to nightmare than reality. Take, for instance, the heart-stopping sight of a kangaroo limping through the arid landscape. At first glance, the damage seems ordinary, a patch of scuffed fur, perhaps the signature of a fight. Yet, the closer you look, the stranger and more revolting the details appear. Beneath its coarse reddish coat, what begins as a dark, misshapen lump is revealed to be alive, a festering cavity teeming with sinister activity. It is not a simple wound, but a grotesque hive pulsing with the relentless hum of bees. What has possessed this unsuspecting animal? What cruelty has nature, or chance, inflicted upon it? In the brutal beauty of the wild, nothing is sacred, not even the once proud guardian of Australia's wilderness. This kangaroo, battered and burdened with an alien invader, is caught in a torturous collision of its flesh and the industrious swarm. At the center of its agony is the wound itself, a gory hotspot of chaos. Perhaps it started with an accidental trauma, a branch tearing through skin, or the sharp claws of a rival during a fight for mates or territory. But this cut, this unassuming rent in its body, became fertile ground for invasion. Why bees? The answer lies not in malice but in opportunity. Insects are opportunists, creatures of meticulous calculation, and to them, an open wound might as well be free real estate. And yet, there is something morbidly fascinating about their hijacking of this animal's soft, vulnerable body. Bees, normally heralded as heroes of pollination and sweetness, here commit an act that borders on parasitism. A desperation underscored by an irony sharp as a razor's edge. A species so vital for sustaining life has become the architect of another creature's living nightmare, crawling in and out of in the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently under the relentless sun. A creature of ethereal beauty roams, a white lion, a rare and majestic symbol of nature's splendor. But today, this magnificent beast is not just a sight to behold. It is a living testament to the harsh realities of survival in the wild. As we draw closer, the scene becomes unsettling. The lion, once a regal figure, now bears a horrific wound, a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side. This is not merely an injury. It is a barnacle infestation, a condition that transforms this proud predator into a canvas of suffering and decay. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, are often associated with the ocean, clinging to rocks and ships. But what happens when they invade the realm of a terrestrial creature? The white lion's skin, once smooth and pristine, is now marred by a grotesque array of barnacles, their hard, calcified shells protruding from the flesh like malignant growths. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress of chitin, has latched onto the lion's body, feeding off its nutrients and causing excruciating pain. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of the brutal realities of life in the wild. As we delve deeper into the biology of this infestation, we uncover the chilling details of how barnacles operate. These creatures are not mere parasites. They are opportunistic invaders. When the lion swims in water, perhaps to cool off or hunt, microscopic larvae of barnacles latch onto its skin. Once attached, they secrete a powerful adhesive that makes them nearly impossible to remove. Over time, they grow, forming colonies that can cover large areas of the lion's body. The barnacles feed on the lion's blood and tissue, creating open wounds that become infected, leading to a slow and agonizing demise. The lion's plight is a stark illustration of the interconnectedness of life. In the grand tapestry of nature, every creature plays a role, and sometimes that role is one of destruction. The barnacle infestation is not just a physical ailment. It is a metaphor for the invasive forces that threaten the delicate balance of ecosystems. As we observe the lion's struggle, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the relentless march of nature, which can be both beautiful and brutal. But what does this mean for us, the observers of this tragic spectacle? It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth about our own existence. Just as the barnacles invade the lion, humans have a tendency to encroach upon the natural world, often leaving destruction in our wake. Our cities expand, our industries grow, and in our quest for progress, we often forget the consequences of our actions. The barnacle, in its relentless pursuit of survival. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched pasture, a chilling sight unfolds. A horse, majestic yet marred, stands with a wound that tells a tale of nature's darker side. This is not just any injury. It is a horrific beehive wound, a grotesque reminder of the intersection between beauty and brutality in the animal kingdom. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking image. The horse's flank is a chaotic mass of swollen flesh, oozing with a mixture of blood and pus, where thousands of bees once thrived. The hive, once a bustling community of industrious pollinators, has turned into a nightmarish prison for this creature, a testament to the often unseen battles that rage in the natural world. The infestation began innocently enough, as bees sought refuge in the horse's warm, sheltered coat. But what started as a harmless encounter quickly spiraled into a grotesque invasion. The bees, driven by instinct to protect their queen, unleashed a torrent of stings, injecting venom that caused the horse's skin to erupt in a painful, swollen mass. Each sting was a tiny dagger, a reminder of the delicate balance between life and death. The horse, unable to escape the relentless assault, became a living canvas of suffering, a stark illustration of nature's cruelty. As we delve deeper into the science of this infestation, we uncover the complex relationship between bees and the icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the perpetual twilight. A creature of majestic power roams the frozen landscape. The polar bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, is often seen as the apex predator of this harsh environment. But beneath the thick, white fur and the formidable stature lies a haunting reality that few have witnessed, a horrific barnacle wound that tells a story of suffering and survival. Imagine, if you will, a bear lumbering across the ice, its massive paws leaving deep impressions in the snow. But as it moves, a grotesque sight becomes apparent. A patch of its skin is marred by a cluster of barnacles, their hard, calcified shells protruding like jagged teeth from a gaping wound. This is not just a mere inconvenience. It is a testament to the brutal intersection of nature and the consequences of a changing world. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, are often found clinging to rocks and ships, but in this case, they have found a far more unusual host. The polar bear's skin, thick and insulated, is not immune to the relentless grip of these marine parasites. When barnacles attach themselves to the bear, they do so with a tenacity that is both fascinating and horrifying. Their larvae, microscopic and free-swimming, seek out a suitable surface to latch onto, and in the case of our unfortunate bear, they have chosen a living canvas. As they anchor themselves, they begin to feed on the bear's skin, creating an open wound that becomes a breeding ground for infection. The bear, already struggling against the harsh realities of its environment, now faces an additional threat, one that gnaws at its very vitality. Barnacle infestation is not merely a physical ailment. It is a reflection of the broader ecological crisis. As the Arctic warms,